Tyson Foerster nearing a return for the Philadelphia Flyers, and potentially a new exciting line on the way for Wednesday's matchup against the Edmonton Oilers. I'm Charlie O'Connor with PHLY Sports and PHLY Flyers, and these are your Flyers post-practice notes. So let's start with Tyson Foerster. Now, Foerster was off to a really strong start this season, but he's missed the last 4 games due to a foot injury after blocking a Morgan Rielly shot on November 1st. But the Flyers have definitely missed Foerster in the lineup. It's forced them to break up that great Tyson Foerster, Noah Cates, Bobby Brink line, and Foerster was off to a really good start this season, 7 points in 11 games, strong two-way play. He's a guy who the Flyers have missed over this past week, and he just might be on the verge of a return. Now, Foerster had been skating on his own. We caught him this past weekend skating without pads on the ice without his teammates, but this is the first time we saw him in a full practice, in pads, with everybody, wasn't even wearing a non-contact jersey. He was in drills, taking punishment from his teammates, and looking all the while like a player who was ready to rejoin his club in game action. Most encouraging was the fact that he was back on his line with Noah Cates and Bobby Brink. Now, Carl Grundstrom, who was called up a few days ago, was rotating in and out, so it's not a certainty that that line is going to be back together on Wednesday, but it looked good. If they're putting that line back together, it seems like Foerster has a legitimate chance of playing against the Oilers. Now, Foerster wasn't willing to give a concrete answer as to whether he'll be good to go for Wednesday, but when we talked to Rick Tocchet after practice, he seemed optimistic. He noted that it would be up to the player, but seemed like there's a legitimate chance that Foerster could be back in the lineup for Wednesday.
Yeah, I think it's kind of his call in a sense. And a guy like Tyson, he'll want to play, but it's also, he's only had 1 or 2 skates. Can you play with only 2 skates if you've been off for 8 days? Yeah, you can. But you also have to think of the safety of the player. So we're taking that all in consideration. So we'll probably talk about it tonight, probably have a call about it tomorrow morning.
At the very least, it's clear Foerster avoided a major injury, and it was a scary play. It looked like there was a chance. He did finish out the rest of that game, but when he missed the next game, it looked like there might have been a chance that when he took that skate off, maybe they found a broken bone or something. Him to be able to come back this soon, or at least be on the road to coming back this soon, it hints that it was not that serious of an injury, and at the very least, he should be back for the back-to-back this weekend against the Blues and then against the Stars in Dallas on Saturday. But the reunion of that Cates-Brink-Foerster line may not be the only new line in the cards for the Flyers in the near future. We saw a new line with Sean Couturier down the middle today in practice. He was flanked by Trevor, Zegras, and Matvei Michkov. Now, obviously, with this line, we're talking about a lot of skill. Zegras and Michkov have played together on occasion this season and in preseason, but this would be the first time they've been together for a bit, and with Michkov seemingly starting to get his game back in gear and Zegras continuing to impress, this is a line that has the potential to do some serious damage if it's put together in game action. Now, we talked to Sean Couturier after practice today, and he mentioned that not necessarily true that this line is going to be the line they use on Wednesday. He said they were running through some different combinations, and it's not a certainty that that's the trio, but if it is the trio, Couturier is going to be focused on creating time and space for his skilled line mates and getting them the puck and letting them work their magic. So we'll see if this line gets the opportunity to show their stuff on Wednesday against Connor McDavid and the Oilers. Michkov in particular seems like he's showing signs of life after a slow start, had a fantastic goal on Saturday against the Ottawa Senators. I'm Charlie O'Connor with PHLY Flyers and PHLY Sports, and these have been your Flyers post-practice notes.